What is up, y'all? It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And I'm coming back at you with a brief recap of Married to Medicine. This will be season 5, episode 2. Let's get into it. First, I want to say this episode was really good. And I don't know about you guys, but I am like really feeling Married to Medicine. I look forward to it when it comes on. I don't know, I just really love this show and the black relationships and, all the things that they all are going through and how they all try to be friends and help each other out. This is the show that I refuse to give a chance. I was like, I'm not watching that shit. It's doctors. I can't relate, but very relatable, very good show. Anyways, let's get off into it. First, we have Heavenly and Jackie. They are basically boxing in the ring. I'm guessing a workout. They had showed a couple of other scenes before this, just showing, I believe it was Simone doing her job. When they show that little stuff, I don't really go over that because that's not really, nothing really important. Okay, next, after they get done boxing, and them boxing, y'all, it just looked kind of funny to me. I don't know. Didn't look like neither one of them knew what the fuck they was doing. But anyways, Heavenly sits down with Jackie after they're done. And she says she wishes that Jackie would show her emotions more. And Jackie just says that, this is how she's always been. And, and I relate to Jackie because I'm somebody that internalizes myself. And it just helps me better. Talking to people about things, that helps me. And it seems like Jackie is like the same way as I am. It helps you, but it's just like there's nothing about the internal conversations that you need to have to get through something that is so hurtful and embarrassing. And this whole situation makes Jackie vulnerable, so she's going to go in her cave. And I just wish Heavenly would get that. Like, everybody is not the same. There are a lot of extroverted people out in the world that when they get around people, they just want to tell everybody everything and cry and, But you got to understand everybody is not like that. Some people are introverted and they just want to talk about things, but then keep some things close to their chest because that's something that they have to work out within themselves. So definitely understand where Jackie is. And Heavenly says to Jackie that maybe Curtis felt that, you didn't care anymore about the relationship, And I could kind of see that, Jackie is probably more guarded, though, I should say, than I am. She just seems more, I don't know, she just seems more to herself with certain stuff. It's like it's a part of her makeup. She can't even help it. Okay, so next we have Quad. And she's just making sure her dogs, Chloe and Curry, being fed a nice meal. And then they show Quad. She has a meeting, it looks like, through Skype with her team about a new cookbook. And I'm pretty sure that the cookbook will be good because Quad look like she can cook, honey. Next, we have Eugene and Toya, and they are out to eat. Toya is complaining about not having enough sex, and she feels like the tax bill should be paid off by now, with all the shifts that Eugene has been working. Toya. This is what you got to do, boo-boo. You should be, while he's at work, you should be napping. You put them damn kids to bed early. And you make sure you done had some rest. That way, if he is getting off from work late, or at a strange hour, 2, 3 in the morning, you're ready with your lingerie. You got to meet them at the door, honey. Have everything set up in the living room. You go have to enforce the sex. You go have to initiate it. You go have to set the tone and the mood. You got all damn day to do it, so why you ain't doing it? It look like you just want to complain, honey. So, yeah, I'm not really buying that Toya even wants sex like that. Eugene even said, well, you don't be wanting to have it. And she don't look like she would even really want to have it. So, I don't know, y'all. She act like she ain't getting it, but you have to initiate. Anyway, she ended up telling the waitress that Eugene masturbates, and he was like, "Man, you ain't got to be telling all our business." And I'm with Eugene, honey. Toya, you ain't have to tell all the business like that. But that was kind of funny though. Okay, so next, Laura is looking for beats. She is with her mom and dad, and Damon is playing a few things to see what she likes, and Heavenly, she mentioned she used to be a CEO of a record label, so I'm guessing she trying to manage Laura's little singing career that she's trying to do. Laura has a smart ass mouth, y'all. She too grown, because she wouldn't be telling me, "Will you shut up? Would you be quiet?" Like, I probably would have had to pull her ass off camera and pop her in her face. You don't talk to your mother any kind of way. And she wasn't being... I guess Heavenly can annoy her, so it's just kind of natural for her. I guess that's their relationship. Some people are like that with their kids, but it just wouldn't be me. It would be like, "Girl, let's pick out the motherfucking beat, and you don't tell me to be quiet and hush up." But, that's what they do. That little girl, she's Heavenly's daughter, so of course she's going to be a baby Heavenly. So, look, I kind of expect that, y'all. But, yeah, they need to check her in her motherfucking mouth. Okay, so that's what happened with that. Next, we got Toya. She is outside with her boys, and they basically riding bikes and racing. And Toya, Eugene calls them in for them to take their baths. And Toya and Eugene, they end up planning to have a cooking competition for her birthday, which I feel like is a good idea. They're trying to stay within their budget, and I really like that. I felt like it was a really original idea. It just looks fun and different. Okay, so next we have Cecil and Simone. And Simone basically starts out saying, how she feels that the dog gets better treatment than her from Cecil. She mentions that they had an argument the night before, and, they are in a really weird space. I don't know where all these problems just came from. Like, I've always looked at Simone and Cecil as the people that got their shit together in the relation in this show. So it's just like, I'm not saying they didn't have any problems, but it does look all of a sudden. But maybe some shit was going on. Cecil had mentioned that he's been going through some layoffs at work, every couple of years. And, that's stressful, especially when you're dealing with men and their money. Men love being the breadwinners. I cannot say that enough. I think most men, they lose their minds when there's a threat to their money. So I'm thinking that's why he's a little bit curt with her. He's a little bit, his attitude to me was a little bit different. And she just feels like, he's being mean and stuff like that. But I guess when they had their fight off camera, Simone had mentioned a divorce because Simone said that her son Michael asked if they were going to get a divorce, which is sad. It's like during an argument, you can't be bringing up the word divorce. You can't do that. I get you get so upset, and I'm not saying I've never did it in none of my relationships, but yeah, you get upset, you get to a point like, damn, if we can't work this shit out. But you guys, y'all been in this 20 years, get some counseling. Don't give up on your relationship. You got something worth saving. So, that's pretty much, what happened with that. And it looks like Cecil is kind of worried that Simone brought up the divorce. He's looking at going to counseling. He's willing to do it. And you could tell he loves his wife and he doesn't want to lose her. I just feel like Cecil is having maybe some financial problems from what's going on at work. Yeah, so I feel like the counseling will help them, and that way we could prevent all this divorce talk, because they don't need a divorce, you guys. And I hate to say this, but them houses are going to separate them. This north and south house, she slept at the south house when she was upset with him the night before, whatever. Y'all don't need to do that. Get one damn house, that way y'all can learn to make it together. That's too easy when you got two separate houses. So Anyways, next we have Jackie, and Jackie's nurse shows Jackie a story from the mistress. The mistress that her husband was messing with is giving her story to the press. Next, they show Quad is reading the story as well. The mistress claims Curtis had her put hotel rooms in her name and not his. And then they show Dr. Simone and Heavenly are talking about it as well. The mistress claims she's been sleeping with Curtis for months. Like, I can only imagine how Jackie feels. And I know she's really hurt and angry. And then all your friends is talking about it and all the scenes. I just know it's a lot for Jackie this season. Next, we have Toya and Eugene. And they're talking about the mistress situation. And the mistress said that they had sex on the first night. Eugene is not buying what the mistress is saying. Toya is. Eugene pretty much calls her a attention-seeking hood rat. And I'm right with him. Because what woman comes out in the press talking about how much she done had sex with this man, and like what would be your reason? Somebody mentioned to me on Facebook that maybe he had told her he's going back to his wife, and I could see a woman being spiteful and coming out saying, hey, I just slept with your man and this has been going on, because now all of a sudden the man don't want to be with her. But why you ain't say nothing before, and why are you knew that this man was married? And I guess the lady had claimed she didn't know, but bitch, you knew he was married because they on motherfucking TV. And if you didn't know, you know now. And what you're doing is wrong. I mean, it's just heartless and disrespectful. But she ain't gonna understand that until she's in Jackie's shoes. But that karma, baby, it will come back on your ass. So just wait on it. Okay, so next, Quad is on the phone reading a story about the mistress. And then I guess the mistress said that Curtis wants her to lie about the nature of their relationship. And the mistress says she's not obligated to lie. Next, they show Jackie again. And then Jackie pretty much says she will not be moved by any of this. And that's right, Jackie. Don't let this bitch get the best of you. She wants some attention, and don't give it to her. I know it hurts right now. I know you're embarrassed. But, don't get caught up in what this bitch is saying. She's a shit starter, troublemaker. She's a real life home wrecker. And that's what they do. They want to bring the wife down. So, it's a fucked up situation, but I love how Jackie kept it together. Like, she went on about her day. Like, I'm not gonna let this get the best of me. So, next we have Toya has her dad. Toya looks a lot like her dad. They're getting ready to start the cook-off, and they all are getting drinks. And then they all start, once again, talking about the main story of the show, Curtis and Jackie. And Dr. G says in so many ways that Jackie is the cause of this situation. He doesn't flat out say this, you guys, but that's what I'm getting from him. I'm getting that his stance is Jackie was not giving Curtis what he needed, and this is Curtis's response, which is a piss poor response. But nonetheless, it's his response. So that's pretty much how he feels. And Dr. G also says he feels like Toya and Quad are aiding the mistress. They're listening to the story. They're believing everything. And Dr. Eugene says they shouldn't even do that. And then Quad says if Curtis wouldn't have cheated, this woman would have never came out in the first place. And then Dr. G says, well, how easy was it for her to take up with him? And it's just like, what the fuck is you talking about? I guess he was saying it was easy for the lady to get him because Jackie wasn't giving him what he needed anyways. I guess that's what... Dr. G, you done put your motherfucking foot in your mouth, honey. I was sitting up there when I tell you guys, when he was saying his opinions, and Quad was not motherfucking having it. She was going to fuck off on him. I was cracking the fuck up. I'm like, Dr. G, shut your fucking mouth. Keep your fucking opinions to yourself. Your wife don't want to hear that shit. Quad getting loud like, oh, why you defending this? What? Like, Quad was not having it. So... Anyways, Quad gets really loud and she says, you know what? You know what? She's like damn near screaming. He didn't cheat. I'ma just say it like that from here to the end. He didn't cheat. So next you got Simone and Contessa. They come in. Contessa is Toya's friend. Contessa is serving me Marlo. It's something about her that reminds me she reminds me of Marlo from Housewives. Something in her face. Anyways, she seems like a nice enough woman. And she was hugging, Heavenly was hugging Contessa. So, yeah, she ends up hugging her. And I saw them hugging. And I paused for a minute. Like, why is Heavenly all on this woman like that? Did she just meet her? Does she already know her? And then Contessa was like, well, what's your name, beautiful? And Heavenly was like, oh, no, she didn't just ask me what my name is. Oh, you done fucked up now, and walked off. And it got real quiet and weird. Everybody's looking at fucking Heavenly because they know how she acts when she meets new people. And Heavenly, what the fuck was you doing? What was that about? Like, when I tell you guys, I had to rewind that part so many times I didn't understand it. Okay, so we're off to the competition. Basically, it's going to be Quad versus Eugene. So it's going to be, Eugene is going to be representing the doctors. So anybody that's a doctor would be on his team. And then Quad is the people, the non-doctors or whatever. So basically, Eugene is doing a Mediterranean type burger, and Quad has a burger with guacamole and different cheeses and stuff. They both look and sound good. Okay. And let's just say who the fuck won. Quad ended up winning the burger competition. That motherfucking Quad, she sure looked like she can cook. But yeah, Toya ended up liking her burger the most. Okay, so next. Toya ends up asking Contessa, was she okay, due to Heavenly coming at her crazy? And Contessa was just looking like, yeah, I'm cool. I just, Contessa was just confused. She don't know why Heavenly was acting like that. Like, I'm cool if people cool with me, but if you coming at me sideways, I could be a little slick too. That's what Contessa was saying to Toya. So Heavenly kind of is coming their way. And then Toya asks Heavenly what she said to Contessa. Heavenly claims she doesn't remember. I could tell clearly Heavenly has been drinking her ass talking about, I don't remember. It's like, bitch, your behavior has been a little off. Heavenly is my girl. I really like Heavenly, you guys. I think she's very funny and shady, and she keeps it real, and she has a wisdom about her that I don't think they give her credit for. But this scene with Contessa, she was wrong to respond and act like that. I don't know if it was the drinks or did they have a prior to meeting each other. I don't know. Heavenly begins to feel like Toya's trying to instigate because Toya keeps asking, well, what did you say to her? And what was that about? I agree Toya shouldn't have kept doing all of that. At first, when I looked at it, I felt like Toya just wanted to clear the air. But as I looked at it again, it looked like Toya was reaching a bit because she kept on, well, what did you say? And what, you said this and you did. Like, if you see your girl has been having drinks, leave that bitch alone. She don't remember. And y'all know how Heavenly act when she meet new people. And I think that bothers Toya because Toya was like, well, Heavenly acts like she has this fake ass sorority that she has to put people through things, so they'll get her approval. And, so I think Toya was doing that. But Toya, baby, you was reaching and you was instigating. Okay, so Toya ends up saying, I believe in her confessional, or I forgot when she said it, but she said that she felt like Heavenly was starting. She came over there towards them starting shit. Toya, if I'm not mistaken, you asked Heavenly to come to where y'all was at. Like, she was talking to people that was near y'all, but you're the one asked her what was going on with her and Contessa. So you actually started it. Because had you not said anything, the situation would have blew over. Anyway, so Heavenly is irate. She feels like they trying to get some shit started. And she was just like, hey, I wasn't trying to say nothing. You trying to instigate some shit, Toya. So she ended up walking off. And then she ends up walking towards Jackie and Simone. and telling them, Contessa asked if she had a problem with her, and Heavenly is like, no, I don't have no problem with you. I don't even know what they talking about. So next, Heavenly checks in with Jackie, to ask how she's doing. And Jackie was like, I'm hanging in there. And Heavenly had mentioned, you know what, I wouldn't even be at this. I think she said in her confession, I wouldn't even be at this damn burger competition. Shit, I wouldn't be cooking. I'd be cooking that man, that's giving me all the problems. But, Jackie is hanging in there. Jackie is a soldier. She'll be all right. Next, I noticed Simone tries to check in with Cecil. And he says there's no checking in needed. Which is shade, Cecil. Your woman trying to talk to you. I'm going to need you to get your attitude together, brother. I guess he was still mad at her. And then Simone begins gushing over on Dr. Damon, which is Heavenly's husband. And Heavenly is like, well, why is she gushing all over my man? I know he a good man, but what the hell going on? So she, Simone is all on Damon. Oh, Heavenly, he's so intelligent. He's so kind. Oh, I wish Cecil could have some of these traits that your man got. Anyways, Heavenly notices there's something wrong with Simone. Simone starts crying, saying that, Cecil has been very mean to her and she doesn't understand. They're having some issues. And Heavenly tells her to be nicer to him, even when he's being mean. And Heavenly tells her that the world beats down on our men every day and it's up to us to lift them up. Totally agree with Heavenly. Heavenly tells Simone, Cecil is a good man. He's a good man. You got to show him, you appreciate him. And she's kind of giving her that talk. And basically what I took from that is Heavenly knows how to be married. And I will say this, they don't give her enough credit for that. I believe Jackie and Simone see her as, oh, you got to be subservient. Because in the next scene, that's what Jackie says to Simone. But you have to have feminine energy with your man. You can't keep coming at your man. Like when you want to talk and get stuff off your chest, you have to come to him as a woman. You have to soften up. You can't just, oh, I expect for you to do this. I expect for you to do, like you have to bring that feminine energy because that's what they respond to. Like, do you notice how they help damsels in distress? They'll help that woman out. They're not going to help no manly ass, I got it all together woman. No, you have to have feminine energy. And that's what Heavenly was saying to her in so many words. But I don't think that Simone received that. Anyways, Jackie says, so Jackie sees Simone crying and pulls her to the side. And she says, what's going on? And Simone ends up telling Jackie, Cecil, he can be mean sometimes. We're having issues. I don't want to tell you about all this, Jackie, because I know you got problems of your own. Jackie was like, well, girl, we all got problems. We all got problems. I'm Team Simone. I'm here for you. But, let's just try to hold it together now. And so Jackie, Simone tells Jackie that she was just talking to Heavenly, and Heavenly was just like telling her, Cecil is a good man. And Simone was like, well, I know he's a good man, but damn, he can't think that I'm the only one need to change. He need to change too. And, I just feel like with that, I understand what Simone is saying, but like I said, Simone, you have to tap into your feminine energy, and the same as well for you, Jackie, because you guys have, being a doctor is not a man profession exactly, but you guys have very masculine energy in your careers and in your relationships. Your men want women. Y'all need to learn to soften. You got to know when to soften. You need to listen to Heavenly. They keep trying to make it look like Heavenly is, Jackie has said that Heavenly is so subservient when it comes to marriage. And, the man just leaves his straws on the floor and, it's okay. And I don't think that's what she's saying. And that's the problem with you, Jackie and Simone. Y'all need to learn to, number one, listen to Heavenly. Because her and her man, they always, for the most part, seem happy. You have to learn to soften. You have to learn when to say and do things and not turn the man off. You know, you have to be in tune with your man. So, Simone, what you could do is you could have went over there, tapped Cecil on the butt or arm, or, just be soft with the touch. How you doing, baby? Just check in like that. He don't want to talk. You go on the next way. You sitting up here crying because you're not getting a response you want because you keep coming at him. I feel like she keeps trying to fight him. Oh, well, you're mad, but I'm mad too. And you can't. No, women have to always be the ones to soften because it's in our nature. And I am a strong woman too, like Dr. Jackie and Simone. I'm very no nonsense. Y'all hear me on here. I be talking my shit. But a bitch knows how to soften and bring it down. When I'm trying to relay a message to my man, trying to get him to understand me. It's so much stuff on this episode that I could relate to. Like when I saw Cecil and Simone like talking to each other, and she was saying what she needed from him, and then he was saying, well, you do the same thing to me. Like I went through that, in my relationship. And like I said, you just have to learn when and how to soften and to express what you need. Don't think that they should already do it. Say what you need. But yeah, they definitely need to go to counseling because I don't want to see Cecil and Simone break up. They're one of our best couples on this show. All right, you guys. That was pretty much it for Married to Medicine. I felt like a really good episode. Really good episode. I really liked this. It showed everybody's having issues. Toya celebrated her birthday. That motherfucking Toya looks about 30-something years old. You better go, bitch. You look very good. I was like, you don't look like no damn 41 Toya. Okay, girl, come through. But yeah, Toya looked very good. It looked like she really enjoyed her party. And, it was a success. I mean, what more can you ask for? All right, y'all. I am out of here. It is your girl, Brand New. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will check you guys later.